Hello there. Welcome back to Grade 12 Accounting. In this video, we want to look at the preparation of reconciliations, and we are going to look at bank reconciliation in particular. This question paper is for question paper for September 2024, and it's question 1.1 on that question paper. The question reads, the information relates to Fikile Traders for August 2024. The business receives its official bank statements on the 25th day of each month. On the required part, first part is saying calculate the following on 31 August 2024. So first point is correct totals of the cash journals. Use the table provided in the answer book. Only the amounts are required. And then a second point, a bank account balance in the general ledger of the business. So these are the questions that we are going to start with as we start our question. So we can try to go to our answer section and try to see the tables that we are given that we need to fill in. Remember, the question is saying only amounts are required. So if you come here, this is our answer section. So we are going to start with filling in the cash receipts journal and the cash payments journal. So the opening balance are pre-entered, that is 158,100 rands in 94,790 rands for cash payments journal. Then we are going to make the adjustments as we go down. So let's just go to the question and try to see which adjustments are affecting our journals. If you come here now, you'll see that we are given the following bank reconciliation statement was prepared on 31 July 2024. That is what the information part. So this is the bank reconciliation statement for the previous period. Then we can go on to the next page and try to see what we have. So on the next page, that's where we are given now the balances that are pre-entered in our journals. And then on information C, when comparing the July reconciliation statement to the August 2024 bank statement, the following was noted. Then on the first part, the outstanding EFT number 672 and the correction of the error were correctly reflected on the August 2024 bank statement. So it means this was correctly reflected. So no adjustments are going to be made with effect to EFT number 672 because it was correctly reflected on the current bank statement. So we go to the next point. The outstanding deposit on 23 July 2024 appeared on the August 2024 bank statement, but the amount reflected correctly is 11,500. It was decided to write off the balance because the accountant revealed that she had been marked on her way to the bank. So what does it mean? It means our journals are wrong, but the bank statement is correct with the amount of 11,500. So let's try to see about that outstanding deposit of 23 July 2024 on the previous bank statement. So we go back to the previous bank statement. Previous bank reconciliation is here. So 23 July is here. So the amount that was entered was 21,500, which means this is the amount that is reflecting in the journals. So it's a more figure. It's a higher figure with 25,500 minus 11,500, which is correct. So we are just going to say 21,500, which is the incorrect figure, minus 11,500, which is the correct figure. And to do that, you are going to get your 10 and your 10,000. So it means the amount that is reflecting in our journals is 10,000 more. So this is a deposit, which means it's under the cash receipts journal. So to remove this 10,000, we go to the cash payment journal and enter our 10,000. So we are just going to our answer section and reflect that adjustment under the cash payment journal, whereby we are saying we're just putting it as 10,000. Remember, by putting it like this, we mean that this is a positive figure. When it's a negative, we put in brackets. So this is what we have there. We are going to the next item that we have in terms of our adjustments. We go to, if we are here, we now go to the next one, which is now on D. The following items on the August 2024 bank statement did not appear in the August cash journals. So these ones are on the bank statement, but they are not in the journals. We have got an EFT payment received from ZB for 1,800 rands in settlement of his account of 2,000. So what does it mean? We received we received from ZB for 1,800, and it was an EFT. So it's reflecting on the bank statement, but in the journals it's not there. So obviously this is a receipt, so we are going to put it under the cash receipts journal. So 1,800 under the cash receipts journal. We go down there. So we are saying 1,800 here. And then we go up there. We go again to the next one, which is second point, monthly debit order in favor of Assurance Limited for the insurance premium of 850. So a debit order, remember what is being debited is bank statement. So a debit order is a payment. So it's going to under cash payment journal is 850. So we can just go there and adjust that one. So we are saying under cash payment journal, we've got 850. And we go to the next one. We'll go to the next one, which is point number 3. A deposit of 11,000 appeared on the current account of Vikile Traders on 24 August 2024. The deposit has been identified as an error made by the bank. The bank has agreed to correct the error on the September bank statement. So you're seeing that this error has been made on the bank statement, which means our journals are correct, and it has to be corrected in the bank reconciliation statement. Since it's an error on the bank statement, and this entry is not supposed to be there. So obviously, we are not going to adjust it in the journals. We can only adjust it in the bank reconciliation. So we are saying this one should be adjusted to the bank reconciliation. Then we've got bank charges 1,770. Obviously, bank charges won't reflect in our journals. They will be on the bank statement. You can only get to know about the bank charges whenever we get hold of the bank statement. So we need to put this bank charges. It's a payment. We go to the cash payment journal and put 1,770. So we go down. We just adjust that one. So we're saying 1,770, 1,770. And then we go to the next one. Interest on credit balance, 2,160. Remember, credit balance on the bank statement is a favorable balance. So it's now interest on credit balance, which means we are receiving the interest of 2,160. So obviously, it won't be captured in our journal. So we need to update it in our journal. So 2,160 under cash receipt journal. Go down 2,160. We go up again to check on the next one. We now have information E, which is saying items in the journals, but not in the August bank statement. So EFT number 63 to Zwane suppliers, and then we got cash deposit. So this one's bank reconciliation. So we go to F, a debit card entry on 30 August 2024 to withdraw cash for wages of 32,000 rands was recorded in the on the statement. The bookkeeper was not informed. So if the bookkeeper was not informed, it means it's not appearing in our journals, and it's a debit card entry. So it means what is being debited is the bank statement, which whenever we're debiting, it's a payment that is taking place. Money is going out of the business. So 32,000 should be updated in our journals under payments. So we've got 32,000 that we can go ahead and update. So we are saying 32. And then we go to the next one, G, which is saying credit card sales appeared correctly on the bank statements is 12,300, but the cash receipt journal is 21,300. So bank statement was correct with 12,300, but the cash receipt journal is not correct with what 21,300. So we need to find by how much. Remember, the figure that was incorrect was a higher figure. So we have got 21,000 300 to subtract 12,300. And we try to calculate that one, see what we get. 21,300, and then you subtract your 12,300. And you are going to get your 9,000. You are going to get your 9,000. So we entered in the cash receipt journal a higher figure. So we have to cancel the 9,000 here. By canceling it, you go to the payments now and enter it as 9,000. So we go there. So we are saying 9,000. So this is what we have. Then we can move on to see what we have next. We are now on G. It's saying credit card sales appeared collected on the bank statement. As, this is the last transaction that we are having, and there the last adjustment that we are making. So it means we are done with updating the journal. So we can just go there and try to find out the balances. So what we are saying is under cash receipt journal, we are saying 158,100 plus 1,100 plus 2,160, and you are going to get 162,060. You go to cash payment journal, you are going to say 94,790 plus 10,000 plus 850 plus 1,770 plus 32,000 plus 9,000, and you are going to get 148,410. So this is what we have. Then the second part is saying bank account balance in the general ledger on 31 August 2024. So we need the bank account balance on 31 August 2024. So what are we going to do? Remember, we now have the balances that we are given there. So to find our bank account balance in the general ledger, we are going to start with the balance that we have for the previous bank reconciliation statement, which is this balance. But you would see that this balance, according to this question, is saying credit balance as the bank account. So remember, when it's a credit bank in the bank account is a unfavorable balance and it's a negative balance. So we are going to start with our negative 17,470. Then we add our receipts. Obviously, we add our receipts, and then we subtract our payments. Then we get the final balance. So what we are saying is 17,470. Go down. So here we're saying negative 17,470. Negative 17,470. You add your total of cash receipt journal, which is 162,000, which is this one, 162,060. And then you subtract your cash payment journal, which is 148,410. And then the answer that you are supposed to get there, is a negative 3,820. Negative 3,820. So this is our answer for the second part of calculating bank account balance in the general ledger. That is on 31 August 2024. Then we can move on to the next part of the question. So if you check the next part of the question now, it's saying choose only one template below to answer this question. We've got a two column methods, and also we have got one column methods. So according to this video, we are just going to use the one column method. So we are saying we are going to start with the balance as the bank statement. Balance as the bank statement. So here we are saying balance as per bank statement. And then we can go there to check that balance in the question. And our balance as per bank statements, we are going to get it. Let's just try to see which information are we given that is going to lead us to balance as per bank statement. Oh. So if we come at information H, it reads the August 2024 bank statement reflected the balance of R. And it's a question mark, which means we are not given the opening balance. We are going to get it as a balancing figure. So we are just going to leave it. And then from there, we now look at adjustments that are affecting our bank reconciliation. So if you come here, you'd see that we have a deposit of 11,000, which appeared in the current account of Fikile Traders on 24 August 2024. Deposit has not been identified. It has been identified as an error made by the bank. The bank has agreed to correct the error on the September bank statement. So we have 11,000. We have 11,000 that is on our bank statement, and it's a deposit, so it was on the credit side of our of the bank statement. So we need to remove that one. So by removing, we debit it on the bank statement. So we are subtracting it so that we remove it. So we are just going to debit amount incorrectly credited. So we go to there to the answer section and correct that one. So this is what we have. So we are going to debit amounts incorrectly credited. So here we are saying debit debit amount incorrectly credited. And we are saying the amount is 11,000. So we say 11,000, and I will put it in brackets to show that it's a negative we are subtracting. Then we go to the next one, which is affecting our bank reconciliation. So if you go to item E, is saying items in the journal, but not in the on the August bank statement. We have got an EFT number 633 at Husqvarna Suppliers, which is 14,600. So this one we are supposed to subtract it as a payment. Remember, it's EFT number to Husqvarna Suppliers. So we effected an EFT. So the moment we process the papers, we recorded them in the journal. So, but on the bank statement, it's not reflecting. So we are supposed to remove it. We are supposed to we are supposed to update it in the on the bank reconciliation. So we are saying 14,600. We are going to show it on the debit side of the bank statement. So by showing it on the debit side of the bank statement, we subtract it. So exactly as that. Then you also have cash deposit from Masupi 24,620, which you also need to put as a deposit on the credit side of the bank statement. So by putting on the credit side of the bank statement, we are showing it as a plus on our bank reconciliation statement. So we here on EFT, we are going to present it as 14,600, And as the description, we are just saying we are just going to say debit outstanding EFT number 633. And then on cash deposits, this is just an outstanding deposit. So we are just going to say a credit outstanding a deposit. So we go there and just show those adjustments. So we are now here on our bank reconciliation. So firstly, we are going to show our, let's start by showing our outstanding and our outstanding deposit. So we are saying credit outstanding a deposit. So here we are saying credit outstanding deposit, and the amount that we have is 24,620. So just show it as a positive. And then we also have the other one is an outstanding EFT. So debit outstanding EFT number 63. Debit outstanding EFT number 633. And the amount that we have is 14,600. 14,600. So we have got 14,600, and we are saying debit, so it's a negative. So we show it in brackets. Right. So we can just go there and try to see what other adjustment we need to update there. Right. So we are here. Right. It seems as if we have exhausted everything in terms of what is required. Remember, this was the last one, the bank reconciliation. So we can just go there and try to balance it and try to check if we have updated correctly there. So having done this now, we can now take the balance that we got in the when we calculated the bank account balance. We take that figure and then put it here. And then that figure also is we are now going to get our balance as the bank statement there at the beginning there as a balancing figure. So if you go back to our bank account balance that we calculated on 31 August 2027, we got a negative 380. Negative 380. So that's the same balance that is going to come here. We're going to put it in between the double lines. So we are going to say 3,820, and to show it in brackets, it's a negative. Then we can go up now to find this figure. So basically what we are saying is the balance at the beginning, let's just assume this balance at the beginning is our X here, so that we can form an equation there and it becomes simple for us to calculate it. If you say X minus 11,000 plus 24,620 minus 14,600, you are going to get your negative 3,820. So to make X the term of the formula there, that's how we can find this figure. You are now saying a negative 3,820. And then you take negative 11,000 to the other side, it becomes positive, plus 11,000. You take plus 24,620 to the other side, it becomes negative 24,620. You take negative 14,600 to the other side, it becomes positive, plus 14,600. You do that, you are going to get your opening balance is a negative 2,840. So this is the same balance that you are just going to take here and put it here as 2,000 is 2,840, and we are saying it's a negative, so we put it in brackets. So this is what we have there on the preparation of the bank reconciliation. And we can now try to see, we also have another question that is after this one. So let's just try to check which question do we have. So if you come here, 1.1.3 saying provide one reason why the internal auditor should be concerned about the control of cash. Provide a solution to his concerns. Reason, remember, if you go back there, you'd see that let's just try to see what we have in terms of our adjustments. Right, we are here, so we are just trying to pick where it's reflecting the problem that is being asked in the question. So if you come to this point, you'll see that there's some cash which is missing here. Cash is missing. Remember, we had calculated this. We got that 10,000 cash is missing, because here we are saying the outstanding deposit on 23 July 2024 appeared on the August 2024 bank statement, but the amount reflected correctly is 11,500 rands. It was decided to write off the balance because the accountant reviewed that she had been marked on a way to the bank. So this transaction on 23 July 2024, if you go back to the beginning of the question, you'd see that it was 21,500, and we subtracted here, and you got 10,000. So we've got 10,000 cash missing, which is a concern. 10,000 cash missing. So we can just go there and just reflect that. So let's go there on the other section. So the concern is that there is cash missing on 23 July 2024. We can just say missing money on 23 July on 23 July 2024. So this is the reason that we have. Obviously, the issue of security is being compromised here. So the only solution that is main there is that we should engage security companies to come and collect the cash. So solution, engage security companies to transport the cash. So this is what we have in terms of 1.1.3. Then we go to the last one, which is 1.1.4, which is saying provide one benefit of receiving payments from customers using EFT. Provide a reason for the benefit. Right. Receiving payments from customers using EFT. This obviously will reduce the risk of theft, because when we use EFT, it means you don't have to transport the money to the payment position or to the bank. So in that way, we are reducing the possibilities of encountering incidents of theft. So the benefit is that there is reduces. We can just present it as reduces the risk of theft. And obviously, the question is saying provide a reason for why you are saying that. So you would see that reducing the risk of theft can come as a, we can put it in this column as a reason. And then obviously benefit, we can present it in the form of maybe enhancing security. Enhancing security. So here we are saying we can just remove this one and say and present it as say a benefit, it's enhancing enhancing security. So the reason being, it reduces the risk of theft. So this is our last question. Remember, the question is asking us for one benefit of receiving payments from customers, and then provide provide a reason for the benefit. So this is what we have. So this is the last question that we are having according to this question. So this is what we have, guys, according to this video. Thank you for listening. Those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share. Let's share the link to those who are concerned. And let's stay notified. Let's turn off the notification button so that when new videos are come, we get notified as we prepare for exams. As for this video, I'm signing out. We'll meet again in the next video.